Nifty counters game 1 against Queen Marchesa, Alea and Hana, and the Dragon, which will most likely just beat Homer's Changeling deck since that has become all the rage since his video on it. We mulligan down and find Search for Tomorrow, which we keep. Stuck as a Cleric drops the Guildgate. Marchesa drops the Blood Crypt. We drop a Forest and suspend a Search for Tomorrow. Dragon drops a World Tree and I'm instantly jealous. While we go through the basic motions of this turn, we'll just say this deck is basically wants to drop several creatures, then just throw out a big succession of +1/+1 counters and swing for lethal. We get a suspend counter off, and we draw our own World Tree, because magic is fair. Passing. Dragon uses Rampant Growth. Part of command is Cultivate. Standard opening plays as we all begin ramping, and Queen Marchesa doesn't do anything but holds up the mana, which has me concerned. Search for Tomorrow, we grab a Mountain. We drop a Conclave Mentor and our Dreadhorde Butcher starts swinging it in, gaining 2 +1/+1 counters because of Conclave Mentor. Dragon casts a Chromatic Lantern and drops the Temple Garden. Stuck as a Cleric plays Abundance. Queen Marchesa considers the play before finally dropping the Scrubland and casting No Mercy. We drop the Marsh Flats and we fetch for a Watery Grave to ensure that we have the mana now to cast Niv Mizzet to reload, which we draw 1 card. Swinging into Stuck as Cleric, giving us 2 more counters on the Dreadhorde Butcher. Instantly get scared, realizing that the Queen Marchesa deck is most likely a Monarch Prison deck that is a very bad matchup against my deck. After all, taxing me to swing in with my attackers is going to be rough. Dragon drops a Changeling. Stuck as Cleric drops another Ice Shaper. Queen Marchesa drops the Weathered Wayfinder. And casts Chord of Grace, immediately setting off alarm bells. With the Monarch, they draw a card at the end of turn. Drawing the Inspiring Call gives me a solid place. I play the World Tree and drop the Skydiver, putting a 1/1 counter on Niv. This means I can now swing into Dedicated Ox with both and cast Inspiring Call to make it indestructible. I decide to do it before combat after there's no blocks declared, and in response, the Alea and Hana player decides that he wishes to destroy a creature not attacking him, not doing any damage, probably to save its strength. So in response, I kill his creature. And draw a Planto Hydra. I know I'm saying that wrong, but it's how I say it. The Dragon passes through, swinging in, hitting the Hana player. I'm just going to call it the partner player going forward. And swings in with Higuri, the Still Wind Ninjutsu, to tutor up a ninja, aka a Changeling in this deck. They consider for a while. Before grabbing Realm Walker, they cast Realm Walker, naming Human. Cracking the Woody Foothills, they get more mana and cast another Changeling, the one that was ninjutsu'd away. The partner's player drops the Arcane Signet and drops a Terror of the Peaks. I am happy to leave this on the table because I have no desire. I have flying blockers, and I'm pretty sure that this way we'll get around the prison effect of the Marchesa deck. Marchesa gets played, reclaiming the Monarchy. We drop a land, we Rampant Growth, become another land, and we drop the Planto Hydra, hoping that maybe the Terror of the Peaks player will get angry or screw up and we'll get in trouble with it. I swing in with Niv Mizzet and the Beast to take away the Monarchy, and also get a potential recast on Niv. However, the Marchesa player, knowing the line, chooses to chump block to keep the Monarchy and stop me from reloading my hand. Hellkite Corsair enters the battlefield for the Dragon, allowing him to instantly put the Dragon into the battlefield. He also casts the Lord of the Unreal, giving all of his changelings hexproof and +1/+1. Dropping another land, he moves to combat and swings with the Hellkite at the Stuckus Cleric, the partner player, and sends two of his changelings directly at Queen Marchesa, intending to steal the monarchy. After the attack, he drops Tazri, Beacon of Unity, losing both of his changelings to the No Mercy and stealing the monarchy. He drops the Amiibo changeling, and at the end step draws a card off the monarchy. In response, Queen Marchesa desparks his Hellkite Courser. Stuckus Cleric plays Triumph of the Hordes, giving Infect to his Hellkite and throwing Goreclauger, resulting in exactly 10 Infect damage, which is thrown at the Ur-Dragon player. In hindsight, I really wish they had used this to take out the prison deck, particularly at this point, because it's quite clear that he's just gonna be insurmountable at some point if we don't get a one-shot kill. He swings in with a Death Touch 1/1 haster to reclaim the monarchy, and casts Kavra Doomscourge, which forces all of us to attack someone other than Queen Marchesa. I draw Reapward I Sow and distribute 1/1 counters to the Conclave Mentor. After he blocks to try and kill my Conclave Mentor, I stick 1/1 counters on 3 of my creatures, and then use the remaining 5 mana to proliferate with Merfolk Skydiver. This gets me very close to lethal, one shot, but not quite, resulting in him being stuck on 2 life. My hope is that Queen Marchesa will either finish him off or he'll be forced to wipe the board. Ultimately, he drops a 7/7 and resolves to again kill my Conclave Mentor, and swinging at me as he is forced to do so off the Doomscore Courage. However, since now he has the monarchy, he now gets a 4/4 Angel every upkeep. Marchesa considers the lines, before dropping Sphere of Safety and Luminarch Ascension, essentially meaning now that we are not going to get in. We drop a Flooded Strand and crack it for basic planes. We move to combat, swinging in with Niv, hoping that he'll go trade. Knowing that we now have no other lines to actually effectively win, we drop the Boros Challenger to get it out of our hand. And we hope that the Terror of the Peaks, the partners player, realizes that essentially we're in a terrible position here and his best bet is to probably take out Marchesa. He starts with Return of the Wild Speaker, drawing 7 cards for a 7 power creature. For moving to second main step and doing nothing. At the beginning of Queen Marchesa's upkeep, they get another 4/4 Angel, and now have 2 counters on the Luminarch Ascension. Drop a Talisman of the Orzhov Talisman, I've forgotten its name. Cast a treasure map, drop another land, and draw another card. We draw Hour of Promise, so I use this to pick up the Field of the Dead. Oh, sorry, yes. First we drop the Biomancer, and then we cast Hour of Promise, picking up Field of the Dead and another land. We don't have any other special lands in the deck because it's a fairly tight list, so we just pick up a Spire Garden to get us more red. This makes us 2/2/2 zombies, which come in as 4/4s thanks to the Master Biomancer. Fortunately, we have no mana to swing in, and I choose to leave Stuckus Cleric alive to show goodwill and hope that we'll work together to break out of the prison deck. An extended period of time here as he thinks. I'm also thinking the potential that they might have to do damage. He takes out Marchesa's 1/1 with the Elvish Mystic, a Terror of the Peaks trigger, before Chaos Warping our Field of the Dead, because he views that land as the most dangerous thing on the board despite of all the prison pieces that exist. Before then dropping a Vivian using the Terror of the Peaks trigger to kill off my Boros Challenger of all creatures. It's at this point I've pretty much realised that he's just said, screw it, he wants to kill me, he doesn't care about the game. So the game at this point is over. Luminarch's Ascension is astounded. As soon as he board wipes, we're pretty much finished. Our opponent casts Mythos of Smadabdak with his trick on stack and chooses our thing, so we concede.